Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Ridwanullah family. Welcome to another episode of Ridwanullah TV, your source to maximize your life and business in this dunya and in the akhirah by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm your host and life and business maximizer, Hussein Mahmoud, welcoming you to a fresh episode, and this is going to be bi'idhnillahi ta'ala the 1440 maximized Ridwanullah life and business goals and resolutions bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, and it's been a real struggle and a real battle for me. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen to make it up to this point. There's definitely a lot of struggle behind the scenes, a lot of movements, a lot of things happening, losing focus, regaining focus, being passionate, losing passion, being ambitious, losing ambition, being motivated, losing motivation. Everything that you could think about happens a lot behind the scenes, and what you guys see is, when either I've triumphed or I'm battered and bruised. In either case, it's amazing to be with you guys, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I'm a little bit later than I wanted to, but it's better late than never, is my motto for right now, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, as I'm establishing these pillars in business processes and different videos. So this is going to be something that I'll be doing annually, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, where I'll be publicly declaring my goals and resolutions for the year for my Maximize Ridwanullah life and business goals and resolutions. And it's the year 1440, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, using the Hijri year and the Hijri calendar. So that's what we're going to be sticking to. So month after month in the Islamic calendar, I'll be checking in with you guys, letting you guys know exactly where I am, or close to exactly where I am with one of these things. And the reason why I wanted to do this monthly goals report is, number one, is for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I feel like that's what I'm building my whole life and business around, is the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's what I seek day in and day out, night in and night out, privately, publicly, and everything that you could imagine. So pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is of utmost importance. Secondly is to maximize my potential. I want to be able to reach the maximum level of my capacity in every single area of my life and business, in this dunya and in the akhirah. So to be able to maximize my potential in every single area of my life and business is very important to me, because I know what it feels like to always wonder what my potential could be, and I don't want to wonder anymore. I want to be able to put in the work necessary to be able to achieve the highest level of success in this life and in the next, for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I call it blissful success. That's another reason. The other reason is just to be able to check in with my creator, myself, and you guys, my audience, to be able to make sure that I'm keeping on track, moving along with my goals and dreams, and continuing this process of achieving success bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And last but not least, I want to be able to inspire and motivate every single one of you who's watching these videos bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, and who will keep up to date with my monthly goals report, as I will continuously work on letting you guys know what these things are and what my goals are and where I am with it and how I'm planning on achieving it bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So hopefully you just don't sit on the sidelines, you get in the game, and start setting your goals and dreams and resolutions, and actually starting to achieve those and continuously building that bi'idhnillahi ta'ala is my hope and goal bi'idhnillah. Okay, this is not an easy thing to do. Setting and achieving goals is one of the most challenging things I've ever had to do in my life, and it's kind of like building a house. You really have to find the land. You really have to find the material. You really have to find the blueprint and the sections and the categories and the workers and you name it. It's like hands-on from scratch. You're building your life and business, and that's one of the hardest things that you could do, and is one of the best things that you could do. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like I wanted to get this perfect for so long, but it's not going to happen that way. I feel like this is just me moving into a house. There's different areas of my goals that I want to build, and they're not built, or they're not complete, or they're not where they want to be. And I guess that's a part of the journey. That's a part of the process that I want to be able to share with you guys, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So it's going to be important for you guys to realize that it's not going to be perfect for me or you. And we don't, the only perfection that exists is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And every single person is after that particular perfection, right? The only perfection that exists is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And everyone is in pursuit of that perfection, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and gaining close. So these things are going to be as good as they can be as of right now. And we got a long way to go, and alhamdulillah, with that same token, we came a long way. So continue to work on that, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And I want to let you guys know, alhamdulillah, just to give you guys a quick summary in a nutshell, I've been struggling and striving and figuring out what in the world, the different areas of my life that I want to work on. And after some long hard work, fear, and other inner conflicts, I realized there's only 4 parts of my life that I want to focus on. And within these 4 parts, there are 15 total parts under that I've categorized, and I've set goals within that. So the first 2 are my personal goals, and the last 2 are my professional goals. So and I'll just let you know what those 4 are in the 15 bullet points, and I'll go through the list, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, so you guys can know exactly where I'm at for 1440. Actually, what my resolution is. This is not even going to let you know what the process is. So I'm going to be recording another video to kind of let you know where I'm at with each one of these. But this is just a declaration of bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, and setting intention on what my goals and resolutions are for 1440, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. The first one is my deen and self. So I'm going to be focused on my deen and self. Number 2 is my family and friends. And number 3 is my money and wealth. Number 4 is the ummah and the world. So those are the only 4, the 4 and only categories of life that there is that I focus on and I worry about to continuously maximize it, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So I'm going to let you guys know in each one what the subcategories are. And then I'm going to dive into what my resolutions are for each one of them. I have quite a lot of goals. And, sometimes I might hit these goals. I might fall short. I might be able to, just get rid of them. I might be able to add on, take away. Throughout the years, things change. So I'm not going to aim at perfection. I'm going to aim at hitting these goals as best as I possibly can and figuring out how to maximize it, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So under deen and self, there's 4 things under deen. There's 4 subcategories under deen and self, and it is deen and mindset is number 1. Number 2 is my health and fitness. Number 3 is neatness and abundance. And number 4 is my adventure and fun. That is all about my deen and myself. Getting into the second main category is my family and friends. And these are what I hold. These are the things that are valuable to me, that I hold dear. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. And within my family and friends, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories. The first one is spouse and children. The second one is parents, siblings, nieces, and nephews. The third is grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. The fourth is in-laws. Again, parents, siblings, nieces, and nephews that are in-laws. And friends, like my close friends that I deal with on a regular basis or don't deal with on a regular basis, but I know we're butter tight. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. and that's the family and friends. Under the money and wealth, there are three main categories, three main subcategories, I should say. The first one is the finance, meaning just the financial part of my life. The second part is the job. I currently have a job, so anybody who's transitioned in entrepreneurship and building their own business knows what's up. And the third one is the business or businesses. So that's the other subcategory that I have under money and wealth. And some of these things can change and the title can change, but the idea will remain the same, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. The last but not least is the ummah and the world. Our nation, our ummah around the world, and the entire world after that, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And within that, there's three categories as well. The first one is the masajids and the neighbors. The second one is the city and state. The third is the country and the world. So everything else outside, everything else that has to do with the country and the world will be under that category, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So that's what I'm going to be reporting to you guys on a monthly basis to continuously maximize my life and business, to help you, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, maximize your life and business, bi-idhnillah, in this life and in the hereafter. So now I'm just going to dive in, and I hope I don't forget and go into exactly where I am with things. But this is just going to be the resolution and the declaration to remind myself and anybody who's watching, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Things are going to be rough, it's going to be patchy, but as time goes on, things will be getting better, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So I really appreciate you guys for sticking with me and continuously supporting the two channels that I have, which is Ridwanullah TV under the Ridwanullah organization umbrella, as well as my personal brand, which is the Hussein Mahmoud channel. I want you guys to please press the like button on all of these channels and make sure you subscribe to these two channels that I have. These are my two main channels that I'll be working off of, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. I really don't know how I'm going to use them, but as of right now, I'm going to be posting on them simultaneously. And leave your comment below what you think. I really appreciate that, so I can engage with you guys on a high level. Let me know what you guys' 1440 goals and resolutions are, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. I'm really excited about that. And just stick with the journey. As I mentioned, there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes. Setting and achieving goals is one of the hardest things that I and you can do, and your business and organizations can do. So it's going to be a journey. It's not an easy thing, but all good things don't come easy. So let's put in the work, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. That's just how it goes, and we're gonna keep hustling and putting in the necessary work to be able to achieve the level of success that we want, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And just to give you guys a quick disclaimer, these are all of my goals. So there are some things that it's not going to be for this year, so I'm going to be skipping over them. There are some things that I don't feel comfortable sharing the exact numbers with you guys, so I won't be able to share those details with you just yet. When I feel more comfortable and I'm in a situation to be able to share the details with you guys, I will, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. I value transparency, but I also value privacy. So I don't want to, jeopardize or put anybody in a tough position. So I won't be, putting in names unless it's in a positive light. Unless anybody that's on a negative tip, I'll be dealing with them directly or whatever that situation might be. So your constructive feedback will definitely be appreciated. I want you to tell me out of 100%, what do you think about my goals and resolutions for the year? Out of 100%, where it's at. What is the percentage that I'm doing right? What is the percentage that I can improve on? And that's the kind of constructive feedback system that I use, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So please help me as I continue to help you, because this is not easy to be able to publicly proclaim my goals. There's a lot of feelings around that, so a lot of people need to step out of their feelings, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Under the, and I'll kind of zoom through these so you guys at least know what they are. My deen and mindset goals, let me see. Deen and mindset goals, the first one is going to be in the next year, not this year, but the following year or two. The second one is the same thing, but I'll just let you guys know I'm planning or planning and preparing to go to Umrah bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I don't know if I'll be able to do it this year or next year, so I'll be able to let you guys know on that. Oh, 1 second, inshallah. These dang old automatic lights right here. All right, so that's kind of like the first official kind of goal. The second one is take 6 weeks off for an amazing Ramadan. This is actually a dream. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but when I get my business and investments up and running properly, I want to be able to do something where I could take Ramadan off to focus on the worship as I continue to do my business, which is a different form of worship for me, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Pay zakatul fitr. That's during the Ramadan, towards the end of Ramadan. So that, well, actually, I'm giving you updates, so I won't give you updates. I'm just gonna declare this is very new to me. Hold on. This is fairly new to me, so I'm just enjoying it. I'm just so excited. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Pay zakah is the other declaration I'll be paying. I'll successfully pay my zakah bi'idhnillah. I'll successfully fast 6 days of Shawwal. I'll successfully fast and worship 10 days of Dhul Hijjah, alhamdulillah, inshallah. I'll successfully take full advantage of the 4 holy months, inshallah. I'll successfully fast Mondays and Thursdays as much as I possibly can, and I'll start learning about the white days to start putting that into my arsenal as well, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I'll successfully finish reading the Quran at least once, and I'll successfully finish reading the summary of Sahih al-Bukhari at least once. And these, I think, is going to be a little bit of challenge for me, but I'll just put it out there, see how it goes for this year, and I'll adjust into the future, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I'll successfully read I'll blissfully and successfully read at least 4 books this year, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I will successfuli read and listen to at least 4 book summaries and listen to the audio books. Well, that's a different one. So I'll successfully listen to blissfully and successfully listen to at least 4 audio books. That's another declaration, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I'll successfully focus on praying Fajr on time at the masjid, inshallah. I'll successfully take Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University program. I'll successfully take accounting and finance course on Udemy. I'll successfully continuously program my mind for blissful success. Programming my mind is going to be important, and it's going to be through the other things that I've mentioned already. What else? I'll successfully start and continue to taste the sweetness of Iman and Taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's just important for me to continuously focus on my faith and find that sweet taste of Iman, and I don't want to lose that for long periods of time like I'm kind of sadly used to. I'll continue to focus on tasting the sweetness of Iman. Is a really important goal in my deen and mindset goals, alhamdulillah. I'll successfully and consistently attend the fiqh class on Fridays at Masjid al-Huda as much as I can. This is going to be a little bit challenging running, an online and offline businesses, but I'll see what I could do to, make as much as I can, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I'll successfully attend as much as I can on the tafsir classes on Saturday and Sundays at Masjid al-Huda as well, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. That's another goal that I have. I haven't been, alhamdulillah, this year I've been doing great. The previous year I haven't been up to par. So I'm looking forward to improving on that. I'll successfully listen to as many monthly lectures at Masjid al-Huda as much as possible. Again, it really just depends on my life and business schedule. but I'll make sure that I try to make it as much as I can, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. I'll successfully continuously work on having the purest of intentions and utmost sincerity. I think this is one of the most important things that I focus on in my life, that I could do a lot better at, but I'm doing the best that I can, and I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help me to be steadfast in that. I'll successfully stay in control of my thoughts, focus, beliefs, and feelings, and decisions, and actions, and results, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. This is just in a long way of saying I'll stay on top of my mindset, bi-idhnillah. There's a couple of things that I wanted to add on to this one. One of them is memorizing the Quran. There's certain parts I don't know exactly yet which parts that I want to re-memorize or continue to memorize, and then memorize hadith, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So I want to memorize at least one juz, bi-idhnillah, or re-memorize at least one juz throughout the year. And I want to memorize at least 4 hadith, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Authentic hadith, alhamdulillah, I think I've memorized at least a handful, if not more, of authentic hadith from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And it's important. I remember Shaykh Dayyib, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant him success for teaching me some of the hadith that I've memorized, I think from at least 5 years ago, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. So that's going to be very, very important in maximizing my deen and mindset. And that's all that I can think about. That's about 26 different goals for my deen and mindset. I want to jump into my health and fitness, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And within that, the first one that I have is go on hike at least once a quarter, bi-idhnillah, inshallah, and I'll work on doing that. Overcome binge eating. This has been a real struggle for me, binge eating. For some of you guys who don't know, this is something that I've struggled with throughout my life. Is just overeating a lot of food, of junk food at a specific time. It's really bad. I know some of you guys are looking at my weight and everything, and you guys probably don't think I suffer from that, but sadly I do, and I'm trying to improve on that bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Run at least 5 minutes per day, as many days as I possibly can, successfully. This is a challenge that I picked up about a week ago, and it's been working very well for me, and I could feel the pull of blood in my lungs and slowly getting out of that. So that's how you know you're out of shape, for anybody who's wondering. And then make sure, I want to make sure that I successfully alkalinize my body and detox. That's just getting rid of a lot of the junk food that's in my system. Running helps out a lot. I'm drinking a lot of water, so I'm lemon and things like that, and healthy food. So I'm improving on that, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. I want to lose, and some of these goals are a little bit general, just because this is like me starting off. Some of it is specific, some of them is not. So I'm gonna work on improving the language of my goals and how I set my goals. I already have it. It's just that I haven't had the time to update it properly. So as I continue to do that, I'll continue to update it, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. I want to lose at least 10 extra pounds of fat to get my BMI normal. That's the body mass index levels. I use the generic one, so maybe I could see if I can go to an actual lab and get it tested and measured, I should say, and see where I'm at exactly, so things are not thrown off, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. But I'm looking to kind of lean up. My BMI is not that good, for anybody who kind of wondering. So inshallah, I'm going to try to get my BMI up in a good way. Get regular exercise and weight training. Do regular push-ups and sit-ups and do full body stretch. This is going to be important for my health and fitness. I do this on an inconsistent basis, so I'm working on doing that on a regular basis, and I've been good at it so far in this year, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. Get teeth cleaned and remove plaque and fix crack on the teeth, the dental. I haven't been doing very well with my oral health, not as much as I wanted to. So I'm gonna work on seeing if I can get into a dentist for the first time in my life, to get some dental cleaning. I don't think it's bad, but it could be a lot better. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. This is like a little personal, man. I'm just kind of surprised. Uh, this stuff is kind of becoming normal to me. It's just a little weird. Alhamdulillah. I guess it's part of the journey. Getting focus on getting my shoulder aligned. I think, yeah, it's my right shoulder. I don't know what happened, but throughout the years, I just it felt like misaligned. And I'm thinking about seeing if I could go see a chiropractor. Hopefully not an orthodontist, because I know there's some serious people. But I want to be able to at least see a chiropractor to see if I could get my muscles and things like that. I've actually consulted one of them, one of the offices, and they gave me a few tips on how to get my shoulder back in the right place. And anyway, so I'm looking forward to improving my shoulder situation. Fix a tear. Have no clue. Actually, I do know what that is, but I won't tell you exactly what that is. So we'll continue on that, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So that's another, I want to successfully overcome that. And then I want to successfully eat better and cleaner. I feel like just even with the water that I have, I'm being very conscious of what I eat, and how much I eat, and the types of food that I eat and when I eat. So I want to be able to improve on that. I mean, it's not specific, it's a little general, but that's the best that I can do right now, and I'll be able to probably, nail it down and narrow it down a little bit more, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. I want to be able to complete at least 6 to 12 fitra groomings. This is just when I cut all my hair in all the 3 places. For the grown-ups who are watching, they know what I'm talking about. And clip my nails, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, and just kind of take care of myself in a good way. Take some bubble baths. Probably a little bit too much for you guys, but I like to kind of enjoy that. I love doing the fitra groomings, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. It's kind of similar to manicure, pedicure, and pampering for women. But I just call it the fitra grooming, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. So that's kind of like my health and fitness goals. There's a good chunk of that in here. My neatness and abundance goals. I want to be able to stay neat, meaning centralized, organized, and clean and abundant in my life. And there's a lot of room for improvement in that. So the first one is I want to be able to renew my license plates successfully year after year. The other one is I want to successfully get another car either this year or next year. I'm thinking about when would be the best, when I'll be able to save enough money to be able to purchase a better vehicle, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Successfully vacuum and clean the car. I'm looking forward to doing that regularly, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And I want to be able to successfully buy 2 bookshelves. A lot of my home office, a lot of the stuff that is laying around is mainly books. So I want to be able to organize my books, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, in a good way. And as I continue to let you guys know of these goals and things like that, I want you to think about your goals in each one of these areas, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, and set your own goals, and see what would work best for you, bi-idhnillah. I want to improve my wardrobe. My clothes are getting out of date and worn out. Being an Islamic minimalist, I really haven't been focused too much on the material part of my life for the past couple of years. But again, I don't want to discredit it and just kind of, turn into a, for lack of a better term, a bum. But trying to improve my wardrobe. When they called me Cashville, it used to stay so flat. Anybody who knows what I'm talking about knows what I'm talking about. If you just know Hussein, let's keep it that way. Um, Alright, I'm getting off track. So let's see here. Improve my wardrobe. Buy at least one complete dressing and sports shoes. Um, I want to be able to buy new sets of clothes for Eid al-Fitr, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And I want to buy new sets of clothes for Eid al-Adha. I want to organize and I want to successfully organize my home office. So it's going to be very, very important for me to do that, bi'idhnillah. I want to successfully get rid of all of my Gadget Zone inventory, whether I sell it, give it away, or throw it away. One of those three, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. And I'm going to focus on doing that this year. Those are the neatness and abundance goals that I have so far. And another goal that I thought about my deen and mindset goals is sacrifice an animal during Eid al-Adha, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. That's been one of my goals, to annually at least sacrifice an animal for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I haven't been successful at that. I've always missed the train and deadlines, but I'm going to try to focus on that, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. And I'll continue to update as I think about new things and continue to work on that, bi'idhnillah. And the last subcategory under the deen and self is adventure and fun. This is my retreats, my travel and social, any other fun things that I'll be doing, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Since my financial situation is not where it needs to be, a lot of these things are a little bit limited compared to what my dream vision for the year is. So the first one is enjoy full week quarterly Ridwanullah retreats. And I put around the globe, but that's in the future. As of right now, it's going to be in Salt Lake City, Utah, or around Salt Lake City, Utah, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So this is just an amazing thing. I actually recorded a video that I'll be posting for you guys in the new year. Well, we're already in the new year, so soon to be able to show you guys the story behind why I do retreats. And I think I've been doing it since 2012, so it's about 6 years in, and it's just been amazing. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Host at least 2 boys' night out, and especially the annual iftar for the boys, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. We've been doing that annually, and it's been very successful. So I want to continue that into the new year, bi'idhnillah. Host at least 2 family gatherings. Haven't been really consistent with this, even though I'm getting better at it. So we're going to work on doing that, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Host family iftar at each house, inshallah. This is something, just an idea. I don't know how well it's going to work, but I'm going to try to see if we could host an iftar for our families, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And that's pretty much wraps up my adventure and fun. And that pretty much wraps up my deen and self goals. So I'm going to be diving into the family and friends resolutions, goals and resolutions, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. This is going to be, I'm only going to share with you some of the ones that I feel comfortable with for privacy of my family and friends. But the ones that I feel general about, I'll let you guys know. The ones that I feel like it's a little iffy, I'll just kind of skip over it. So under the first subcategory is the spouse and children. This is about getting another transportation for the family, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So obviously you could tell there's some transportation issues that I need to be able to solve, bi'idhnillah. This one is definitely not happening this year. Take vacation to visit family members, especially parents. Just because we have the money to do it doesn't mean we can afford it. And that's a huge lesson that I had to learn myself. And I want to be able to save enough money to be able to afford it, to be able to do that. So inshallah, that's going to be in the next year or so. Going on family vacation again, not this year. Going on a family road trip, again, not this year. Vacuum house, inshallah, I'll be doing that. This is something that I'll skip. It's a little private. This is another private matter. mainly about bank account. And I want to be able to fix an iPhone for a family member, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And buy washer and dryer. The washer that we have kind of broke, so I'm trying to figure out if I can get really good quality washer and dryer for a really good price. If you guys got the plug or the hookup, hook me up, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I want to be able to buy new winter jackets for the kids, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So that's a part of the bucket list. So parents, siblings, nieces, and nephews, that's the other subcategory within the family and friends. This one is a little private. It has to do with the finances, so I'll skip over that. Getting a phone for someone that I promised that I would, and I'm really behind on this, so I'm going to really focus on this this year to be able to at least figure out how to atone for that, bi'idhnillah. And overall, I just want to have better communication with my parents, siblings, and niece and nephews, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I feel like I'm doing okay, but could be doing a lot better in different with different individuals within my immediate family. So that's pretty much it for that. And my grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. This one is another financial goal, so I'll just skip over that. Again, going back to, you'll see the theme, have better communication with my grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. I'm doing okay. I could be doing a lot better. And this is an area that I was actually advised by a couple of my uncles. And it's not because out of anything, is I just need to figure out how to put myself in a situation where I'll be able to communicate better. So looking into that. This is another private matter within the family, so I'll skip over that, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And with the in-laws, same situation with my parents, siblings, nieces, and nephew-in-laws. Just having better communication, especially with parents, my in-laws, is going to be important for me. I haven't really been good at all in that department, so there's a lot of room for improvement. The financial assistance is the same in that department as well, so I'll keep that a little private. And with my friends, bi'idhnillah, the last subcategory in the family and friends, just have better connection and communication with my friends. Just call them at least once a month, or hang out with them. So it's going to be important for me to do that. I want to return a book to one of my friends that I took from them. He might have to come borrow it back, so bi'idhnillah, I'll be able to get that back to him, inshallah. So moving on to the third, the professional area of my life, the money and wealth. The finance, obviously this is a little private, so I won't be able to tell you, but I want to be able to get my income level to 62.5%, and there's a specific financial model and specific numbers that I have set, and it's close to just a couple of grand under the six-figure mark is my income goal for this year, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And my investment and network goal, just pay off all the debts that are trickling in, and at least have 1 month of expenses saved. I'm taking this a little bit slow because I know there's a lot of things that are happening within the financial realm of my life. And I know before I could truly even invest and work on building my net worth, I have to do a lot of ground foundational framework work to be able to put myself in a position where things are happening in an automatic fashion, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. The other subcategory under money and wealth is my job. I want to make sure that I consistently hit at least 104% of my monthly goals every month, inshallah. I've been becoming better at this. With a lot of things changing in the workspace, sometimes it can get a little difficult to hit that high, always the max number. But I've been doing well in that department, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, and continuously working on improving. Make sure you go to work on a set and consistent and persistent time. This has been a struggle area for me. I've been doing well, but I fell off the wagon of consistently going at a set time at work. We're not held accountable to the exact time that we go into work. Just get our work done and move on. So I want to be able to find consistency in that, just to discipline myself, not that because I have to, but because I want to. And my business is kind of dependent on how well and how effective and efficient that I work at my job, so I could fully make that transition, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, which is one of my other goals. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but if it does, great. I want to be able to improve at my breaks and lunches. This is, it's a lot flexible in my job, but, I don't want to take advantage of the flexibility. And I've been reminded of it once or twice, so I need to really improve in that department, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I want to just kind of explore better position and pay opportunities within the company, or probably outside of the company, and see if I could get in a better position and pay, for future wise, and maybe my whole thing is let me actually just write that down. Make full transition into entrepreneurship and investments. So I want to be able to just build these businesses and organizations and investments, so I could do this full time, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So that's under my business category. The other one is successfully transition to. I'll keep this to myself because it's a little private. But there's something amazing opportunity that has opened up in my job, that I'm actually in the queue for taking advantage of. That it's just something new, something different, same position, pretty much the same pay, but a whole different dimension that I've never encountered before. So I'll be looking forward into transition, and that should be this month actually, by the end of October. So that's my job goals. My business goals, businesses as well. I have quite a few, so I'll try to get through this as quickly as I possibly can. Obviously, make the full transition into entrepreneurship and full-time entrepreneurship into full-time entrepreneurship and investments. I don't think that'll happen this year, but I want to make good leeway to put myself in the best position, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Host annual Ridwanullah conference. If it happens this year, I doubt that it will, but most likely in the next couple of years. I'm not even sure if it's going to be the next year or so, but I'm looking forward to hosting a Ridwanullah conference here in Salt Lake City, Utah, for the people who live here, and the people who are living close to here, or at least can fly here, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. It's going to be an amazing conference that we'll be hosting annually, bi'idhnillah. Renew business licenses, domain names, web hosts, software memberships, just so many, just business things. I don't have all of them set up as much as I want to, but slowly but surely I'll be setting them up and continuously renewing on a regular basis. This one is out of date. Make sure Gadget Zone is closed properly. Alhamdulillah, and it is. Make sure you get rid of Gadget Zone inventory, as I mentioned before. There's a couple of inventory that I really have to either sell, give away, or just throw away. Whatever I need to do to kind of remove that off my plate. I think that just holds the capacity of my mind and heart that it shouldn't be. So I'll be looking forward to that, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I'll have my online business registered and licensed. Alhamdulillah, I've completed that last year, but I'll continue to renew that and renew yearly. So I'll be doing that bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. I'll have my web host back and renew my domain name. I've been struggling with this. I know I have the time and the money to be able to get the website and build it, but I just was stuck at the brand. But I know the brand that I want to build right now, which is the Ridwanullah organization, that I'm going to be focused on my professional brand. And inshallah, it'll simultaneously build my personal brand as well. So I'll be focused on getting my website up. So for anybody who's watching, you guys can see a lot of the monthly goals reports on my website, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Get a LMS software. So I'm working on building an online platform to be able to teach and train individuals to maximize their Ridwanullah life and business. It's going to be 2 separate programs. So I'm looking at the different LMS systems. I know a lot of online business entrepreneurs that have different type of LMS that they use and recommend to me. If you are an digital entrepreneur that knows a good LMS as a learning module system, let me know, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. I'm looking into, I think the one that is kind of, that I'm leaning more towards is Teachable. And I know Kajabi is another one, so I'm going to look into that a little more, bi-idhnillah. This one is irrelevant, so I'll skip over it. This one is already done. So it actually was completed last year, not in a good way, but we'll move forward from that. This one is already complete last year as well. Get a business bank account. This one is already completed last year as well, so I'll just get rid of that. Renew web host, redundant, get rid of that. Successfully started my Ridwanullah website and consistent content, redundant, I'll get rid of that as well. Build my email list to at least 250 subscribers. And I think right now I'm at like 145 email subscribers. I don't know if that's something that I should even tell people. Rookie mistake, but hey, it is what it is, right? But I just didn't put myself in a position where people could actually sign up for my email list. So I know that could easily grow the more value that I provide. Have regular visitors to my website. This is after I build. I want to be able to just have some consistent traffic to my website. Bi-idhnillah. Get my Ridwanullah TV subscribers to at least 100 subscribers. For those of you guys who are watching, please subscribe to the channel. I want to be able to get that up. Currently, I think it's like 25 subscribers, so I have a long way to go. And I know it's not, a sprint; it's a marathon. So I'm in it for the long run, bi-idhnillah. Get my personal channel, Hussein Mahmoud channel, to at least 350 subscribers by the end of the year. And I'm aiming very low on these goals because I feel like this is just the beginning. I want to be able to just familiarize myself with all this, and so I could hit bigger and better goals, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, and it'll just kind of become an avalanche once I get a good system going on. This one is a huge one. Launch my online program, which is the Maximized Ridwanullah Life Program. This is where I want to be able to help you maximize every single area of your life, just like I'm doing right now. And then there's another program. This is going to be this year. In the next year, I don't know if I'll be able to do it this year, but in the next year, I want to be able to start another online program called Maximized Ridwanullah Business Program. This is for the entrepreneurs and the investors to help build their on and offline businesses and investments, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, as I continue to do mine, bi'idhnillah. So that's something that I've been thinking about for a very, very long time. And so, you know, sooner or later it's going to happen, bi'idhnillah. It's a lot of struggle, a lot of work, as you guys can see. But, you know, I'm very, very confident that I can at least launch the life program that is called the Maximize Ridwanullah Life Program, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, just kind of showing you the strategic, systematic steps that I'm taking to be able to elevate and maximize my life. And then the business part will come either towards the end of this year or next year, bi'idhnillah. I don't know if I'll be able to do both, but one of them for sure, I'll definitely give my all to getting that up and running. So anybody who's into personal professional development that's Islamic and looking to get continuous training and coaching, consulting from me, you know, feel free to keep an eye out on that and support by you know, purchasing that program, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I want to be able to launch a physical product through my Ridwanullah store, and most likely Amazon. So I'm going to do a little bit of research on that and see. I have a lot of ideas for the physical products, and it's a good one. So I want to be able to, you know, do the proper research and get the proper things in place to be able to launch that product under the Ridwanullah brand, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Make sure that I make at least 10% of my annual income through my business and businesses. So inshallah, I'll be able to focus on that. I think that's an easy one for me to hit. But again, as I said, I want to be able to put myself in a situation where I could easily hit these goals and then the next year just kind of raise them from there. I don't want to, you know, raise it up high just from the get-go. Do at least 10 speaking engagements and seminars in primarily around Utah, but you know, if an opportunity presents itself outside of Utah and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows me, I'll be able to execute on that. And I've already completed 2 so far, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. So anybody who's looking to hire me as a you know, event speaker or do seminars or training or anything for you guys, send the budget and details to ridwanullahorganization@gmail.com, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And I think I have like 1 or 2 or 3 in the works already. So I think I'll be able to hit that goal pretty easily, bi'idhnillah. Buy podcast mic system and wireless mic system. As you guys can see, I'm just starting off from scratch. I'm not going to let perfectionism ruin my content creation. But as I continue to work, I want to be able to, you know, step up my game and my equipment and audio to take it to the next level, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So I'll be looking forward to buying a podcast mic system and wireless mic system for my video and audio production system through the Ridwanullah Media. I want to be able to fix my Nikon digital camera and or buy a better camera. So that's another goal that I have. Buy camera lighting. As you guys can see right now, it's really good lighting. I want to be able to do that in my home office as well as the carry-ons, bi'idhnillah. Buy a camera, green screen and back screen. That's just when the digital production and everything gets into full swing. I'll be able to kind of do some really cool stuff by myself or with a video production team through the media, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So at least get something going on in that department. I'm looking forward to. Have at least 4 more coaching and consulting clients. So if anybody out there needs coaching, consulting from me, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, and wants to see the packages that I offer, again, send your request to ridwanullahorganization@gmail.com and just say, and put in the title, I want coaching consulting, and I'll be able to see what I could do to help you maximize your life and business in this dunya and in the akhirah bi-idhnillah. So I'm looking forward to getting a couple of more clients in that department. I want to be able to publish my first ebook and make at least $100 from it. And again, I'm aiming low on this. I'll be probably pleasantly surprised. I've had 1,000,000,001 book ideas, but I'm just going to focus on one and executing. And, it's going to be, a quick guide. It's not going to be anything long. 20 to 50 pages, 25 to 50 pages, anything within that range will be fair game, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So that's going to be very, very exciting because, I've made money through speaking. I've made money through training. I've made money, courses and trainings. I've made money through coaching and consulting. I've made money through so many ways. The only one right now, alhamdulillah, that's left is my writing, my authoring. So I'm looking forward to building that part of my life, and then my business, I should say, in life, so I could, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, work on elevating that and taking it to the next level. Because a lot of the programs that I have going on, that I will have going on, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, I want to be able to provide some really good ebooks and worksheets. So I have a lot of experience with creating the ebooks and the design, and I don't have much illustration, but I know I have good experience with the layout and design. So if anybody knows about that and can help me out, I'd really appreciate it. I want to be able to consistently post content on Ridwanullah TV, as well as my personal channel, the Hussein Mahmoud channel. So I'll be doing the weekly podcast show, the Ridwanullah TV podcast show, and other contents as I go. I'm thinking about posting life show on Mondays and then the business show on Thursdays. So I'm still working on figuring that part out, but nonetheless, I'll be consistently focused on posting valuable content, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And this is about the next year program, the business program, the online business program that I have coming up, that I want to be able to post on to train and coach and consult individuals online, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, through that program. So I'll be able to not just start off with the one-on-one, but start working with the masses and help them work on building their life and business, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Host at least one or two Ridwanullah retreats. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to truly do that with everything that I have going on. And if I'm able to get myself in a situation where I can, and I can get at least 10 individuals to sign up for the Ridwanullah retreats, and I already have like 2 or 3 that are confirmed pretty much. So if I can get 7 more to confirm, or at least let me know. Again, the email is ridwanullahorganization@gmail.com. Send me an email of your interest, and if I could get a good 10 list, we'll be able to book a place. Price could be anywhere from $250 to $500 for a 2 to 3 day retreat. So inshallah, looking forward to that. As of right now, I don't know what the price points would be, but that's a good starting point as of right now. That'll take care of the hotel, the seminars, and possibly the food. So I'm kind of looking at the financial models. As the basic package, there's going to be the deluxe package, and then the premium package, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So there's going to be 3 main packages that I'll be offering. I don't know if I'll be able to do that this year, but I'll see if I could squeeze it in, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. But eventually, I want to get it to a point where it's strategic, systematic. First quarter, we know which retreat. We're masterminding retreat is actually what it is. So it's the Ridwanullah Mastermind Retreats. So this is when individuals who want to maximize their life and business get together for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and help each other and rest and relax and rejuvenate, and so many amazing things that we're going to be doing in the masterminding retreats, bi-idhnillah. I want to be able to publish at least 12 monthly goals reports. And that one is going to be done soon. I want to add on here, publicly declare your yearly goals and resolutions. So this is actually what I'm doing right now. So that's what I want to add on to my goals is publicly declaring my annual goals and resolutions, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So that's actually what the monthly goals reports will be built off of. And this is the first official year where I'm actually doing that. So it's really, really exciting to be able to do this, bi-idhnillah. So I want to be able to publish at least 12 monthly goals reports, month after month in the Hijri calendar, not the Gregorian. Muharram, Safar, and those months are the ones that I'll be posting on, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So keep up to date with those months. So that's pretty much it with the money and wealth part of my life and goals. And that's part 3. Part 4 and the final part is the ummah in the world. This is my philanthropic goals and my contribution goals for the most part. Under the first subcategory, the masjids and neighbors, I want to be able to provide iftar for the local masjid during Ramadan, during 1440 Ramadan, inshallah. So this has just kind of been a family tradition for us within the community. People who go to the masjids, they provide the monthly, the daily iftar during Ramadan, bi-idhnillah. Help with Eid al-Adha management. It's been going so well. I don't know if I'll be able to, if I need to. Help with Eid al-Fitr management, same thing. It's been going well, alhamdulillah. So I don't know if I'll be able, if it's needed. But if it is and I'm capable, I'll be able to willingly help. Help with Ramadan Masjid Iftar serving and management. Again, this has been taken care of so well, but I just want to keep it on my radar, just in case I need to step up in my leadership capacity, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, for our ummah and world. This is a private one, so I'll skip over that for our ummah. This is a huge one. I want to address the racism and tribalism within our ummah and world on a smaller scale, because I've been noticing these things and it's been bugging me. Some people just talking about different races and tribes like it's nothing, and it sucks. It hits home heavy for me. So I'll be able to figure out how to, effectively and proactively deal with racism and tribalism within our ummah. A lot of people don't think that it exists. It is because you are the one who's racist and tribalistic. Because if you can't see it, you're in the doo-doo. So keep that in mind. I don't want to get into it, but if I have to, I will. So that's another thing that I have in my goals. Give nasiha to the leaders of our communities. It's going to be important for me to give nasiha because that's what I'll get back as well. So I'm looking forward to overcoming my fears of giving nasiha to the leaders of our communities, so I can, build my connections in my, as well as my deen, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Help with speaking to and teaching our kids at the madrasa. I've been getting a lot of requests to help. As of right now, I don't have any capacity to do anything for free, for the most part, unless I squeeze it out of my schedule. But once I'm able to get in a position where I'm financially capable, and doing other things as well, and then I'll be able to contribute to that, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. The next subcategory, which is the city and state, I want to host at least 4 community service projects through Ridwanullah Foundation. That is the community service organization that I've been building throughout the years. That has just been an idea that I'm slowly but surely finding a little bit of traction on. And one of the projects will be called Project T. This is when we go down to the homeless shelter with tea and coffee and a couple of pastries, and be able to, help the homeless individual stay warm and give them da'wah as well, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And in the country and world, as of right now, the only thing, I really don't have many goals there, but the only thing is I want to continue to do work through helping hands, relief, and development. So Sister Jamila is the one who started the organization in Salt Lake City, Utah, or in Utah. And alhamdulillah, she's been doing an amazing job, and I've been working with her to provide aid and support to people across the country and the world. So that's I know for me personally, there's a lot of things I want to do there, but my reach and capacity is not at that level yet, aside from working through the organizations that already exist, which is pretty much sufficient as of right now. But I would love to travel back to Somalia, my home country, to be able to do a lot of work there. I was back there back in 2016, about 2 years ago, and I met with a lot of amazing individuals, went to the regional hospitals in Baidoa, my hometown, and met a lot of people in Mogadishu and just the neighboring places, and I see the need on what we could do. So I want to be able to go back to my country and do a lot of amazing things and help the Muslim Ummah in the other countries and in the world. So that's a long-term vision. But as of this year, I'll be focused on continue to work through Helping Hands Relief and Development as a speaker, and continue to work in the different realms of that, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So that is it. That is my 1440 goals and resolutions, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, and I'm so pumped. I can't contain myself, honestly. I'm just, alhamdulillah, so excited. And I want to be able to push for this because I feel like when I'm going after the biggest goals and dreams that I have, that I'm really scared of, and I get fearful and frightened, and you know what I mean, like I get the bubble guts. Those are the goals that I lose focus of it sometimes, and I want to be able to pursue and achieve, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So there you have it, bi'idhnillah. I've just given you my complete 1440 goals and resolutions, as I said. Throughout the time, it'll kind of add on and take off. But I'll continue to update you guys. It's actually already at the end of... So normally, I'll be able to do my declaration in the beginning of Muharram. As of right now, I think we're actually at the end of Muharram. So shortly, you'll be seeing my first monthly goals report, just to kind of let you guys know exactly where I'm at with each one of these goals. And I'll try to probably streamline so this could be within reasonable time. But I love to just give it its proper due time, because some of these things you can't rush through them. You have to really take your time. So as I continue to get better with this, I'll be able to improve on that, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Just a couple of things that I've learned from setting and achieving goals. As I mentioned, number one, it's the hardest thing that you could do. Because it's so complex. It requires so much energy and effort and coordination, and but with the same token, it is not as hard as it seems. So continue to set your goals and dreams, and I think this is the best that I could do. And I think half of the battle is knowing these categories and subcategories and strategically systematizing them. So the first two main categories are my personal goals, and the next two categories are my professional goals. So you have my personal and professional development goals and resolutions. So the other thing is, as I mentioned, is one of the best things that you could do is set and achieve your goals for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I hope that you can join me on this journey that I've started to setting and achieving my goals and publicly declaring them. You can start your own YouTube channel. Some people have been contacting me. A couple of my cousins have already started their YouTube channels. And continuously work and grind. I'm not after the hype. I'm not after the follow me, all that. I mean, I just consider that to be garbage. I want to be able to do genuine stuff and let my thing build organically, and people, see the real and genuine and purely intention and sincere value that I want to deliver to you guys for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I truly appreciate you guys sticking with me towards the end. And if you've been here to the end, put on the bottom, say Allahu Akbar or Alhamdulillah or Assalamu Alaikum, whatever feels comfortable for you. I want to know, please leave on the comment below, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. I really appreciate your support. And let me know what you guys think about the monthly goals report. What are your goals for the 1440 year? Let me know. I really want to know. I want to be able to see what I could do to help you guys. The more you guys engage with me, the more I'll be able to deliver better and more beautiful content to you guys, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So I truly appreciate it. If you've liked this video, don't forget to please press the like button on both of the channels, on Ridwanullah TV as well as my Hussein Mahmood channel. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. I'm trying to get my subscription up so I could reach as many people as I possibly can. And as I mentioned, leave your comment below. And last but not least, share this with your family and friends, those ambitious Muslims, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, that are excited to set and achieve their goals and dreams, bi-idhnillah. Kind of felt a little tickle in my throat. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So share this with your family and friends. I want to be able to help them maximize their life and business in this dunya and the akhirah for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Jazakumullahu khair, Ridwanullah family, for tuning in to another episode of Ridwanullah TV, your source to maximize your life and business in this dunya and akhirah for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm your host and life and business maximizer, Hussein Mahmood, checking out by saying, never ever give up on maximizing your life and business in this dunya and in the akhirah for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.